Hello everybody, this is Troy Noonan, also known as TJ from NetPicks, here to show you some of today's trades with the Counterpunch Trader. I'm just going to do a walkthrough. We are in the midst of our summertime launch. There's a few days left. We are holding a live demo this Thursday, and I will have those I will make the registration link available on this post. Just thought I would walk through some of today's trades, starting with the DAX Futures. This has been a market that has not had a lot of attention lately. It is one of the best trading markets, I think, that you can do as a day trader, especially during the European session. And I'm just going to walk you through a bunch of trades quickly and just kind of talk you through it as we would with any normal session. Okay, so we start at 9 a.m. Eurex time, German time. And there's a setup right here. You can see it's below the market. It's a short. The little plus sign's your entry. The whole trade is laid out before you. But notice that it's about 11.5 minutes before our start time. So we have to wait. We have to wait until 9. And it comes down and then comes up. And right around 9-ish, right in this area, 2-3 minutes after 9, it comes up and it hits the entry. Now, normally I would say you can get in sync with this trade because it has not hit money management. It has not stopped out. However, when a trade goes that far and nearly hits money management, our first target, in this case, it missed by like 1 tick. To me, that trade has gone too far, too fast, and I'm going to wait for the next setup. And you can see there's a gray trade to go long, but because the trend indicator is red, we can only take short trades with this trade plan. So we get another setup right here, and this trade is perfect. Okay, it's darker green because it is adding on to this trade, but for us, it's just the first trade of the day. It's not an add-on. It's just the trade we're going to take. So 95745. It's just the trade that you would take as the first trade of the day with this trade plan. The Counterpunch is really good at showing you strategic places where you can take trades. The rest is up to us to put it within the context of the rules of our trade plan. Okay, so this is the first trade of the day. Triggers in, comes down, hits target 1, stop moves down. We have to do this manually. The stop is up here. We're going to move it down and lock in 1 tick right here. But now we could start trailing the signal line. The calculator is tracking the earlier trade, so we can just borrow the trailer as it moves down because it is now tracking correctly to this trade here. Okay, you learn this in training. Anyway, it hits target 2 for a nice 68 tick trade, right? That's 34 points times 25 euros per point. Excellent trade, and it almost hits target 3. It actually hit target 3 perfectly on the original trade. Look how perfect that is. Hit it right on the nail. Then it comes up and stops out for a really nice trade, one and done, and the DAX has been amazing. I was going to do a post regarding the DAX last week. Last week was a perfect week. It did not have a losing trade. It was literally one and done. All 5 sessions in a row. Now here, I'll show you the spreadsheet I use to track these trades. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm tracking 3 targets, target 1, target 2, target 3, and the trailer. And sometimes they stop out at a partial profit if they don't go the full distance. But you can see one and done on Monday the 6th, one and done on Tuesday, one and done on Wednesday, one and done on Thursday, one and done on Friday. 599 points times 25 euros a point if you're trading all 4 positions. Most people are just going to trade to target 2 and trail, or just 1 position to target 2. But you could see immensely successful. And then, you know, not the best session on Monday. It was actually a losing session. That happens sometimes. But then coming back today with a nice strong winner. Not bad. Winning 6 out of 7 the last 7 sessions on the DAX. All right, let's go on. Typical Tuesday, no news, choppy session. The Dow Mini coming into the session. Pretty choppy. Wondering if it's trying to bottom out or test the lows or make new highs. But the first trade of the day at 8:30 triggers in right here. It's a long trade. Remember, that's 8:30 Central Time because the Dow is traded out of Chicago. Our trend indicator is blue. It's up. That's the first trade, going from 17,607 up to 634 to target 2. And it goes, wiggles around a bit, but the stop's down here. Comes up, hits target 1. Stop moves up, locks in a tick, starts to trail. The signal line hits target 2 for a full winner. Hits target 3, barely misses target 3 by a couple points, and then comes down and stops out. But a really great trade, one and done. Target 2 made 27 points, just to give you an idea. And I just want to go through a bunch of random charts just to give you the look and feel of how the counterpunch works. Let's take a look at the Russell E-mini. This is an 8-tick momentum bar. Let's just go to 9:30 start time. 9:30 Eastern, right? It's traded out of New York. So same time that the YM starts, just a different time zone. And we're looking for 9:30, and you can see there's some nice trades in here, but it's 5 minutes before our start time. And then we get this one. It's a dark green trade. This is when we would use it because it's right at our start time, 9:33, perfectly acceptable. Triggers in and just zooms to all 3 targets. And even a little higher, finally stops out right up in here. You know, target 2, not bad. It's good for 13 ticks. It's $130. Target 3, $190. And the trailer, tiny bit more. So that's the Russell with an 8-tick momentum bar. This is a chart we look at every day in the trade room. The 377 tick chart on the Russell was a little bit different. You see the nice trade here, but still too early, much like the range bar trade. So we have to wait. And we end up getting a long trade right here. And that's too bad because that one's going to turn around and lose. That's a losing trade. But when it hits a stop, it flips to short, right? So it goes long here, and it's going to lose 29 ticks. And then it flips to short on the purple trade. And you can see the winner on the purple trade is 40 ticks. So losing 29. But if it gets to target 2, it hits 40, and you're able to quit positive because it does get to target 2. And so in 2 trades, we hit our power of quitting goals, positive result, and we're done for the session. Let's not leave forex out. Let's take a look at the Euro-US, maybe something else as well. So anyway, starting at 8:30, all things being equal. Well, first let's go to the European session. Starting at 2 a.m., there's 120. So right at 2, you could tell here it's going to trigger into this trade. It's a 215, stays valid, and it goes all the way down to here. Really nice trade. You know, kind of small targets. You're going to ignore target 1 and target 2. I like to take 25% off at each target level, but if the target's too small, you push that part of the trade down to the next one. So all 3 of those are going to come off at target 3 in this case. Okay, unless you're taking the bigger trade down in here, which is possible, but you're already triggering into this one. So we'll just go with this one, but the trailer picks up more. Anyway, the whole point is it's one and done, power of quitting. There are other good trades, but once we get our winner and we're able to quit, we're done. We don't need to trade more. Take what the market wants to give us, grow our account over time, and increase our position size as our account grows with a real smart risk to capital ratio. Always being smart with money management so that when the losing trades happen, and they will, maybe we'll get kicked in the shins, but we won't lose our legs. And we know that the winners will come back and we will grow our equity. That's the key to long-term success, everybody. All right, so that's why you always see this repeat with the videos that I do and that we do here at NetPicks. It's all about the theme of ongoing success. So you have to know when to stop trading. Very important. Anyway, so 8:30, and it comes up and it almost hits target 1. It literally misses it by 1 pip. So it misses getting to its money management level where we take the risk off the trade by 1 pip. So we have to count that as a loss because it comes down and stops and reverses right here. Okay, so it cuts the loss a little bit short, and it gets short. And then that trade comes down and hits target 1, and that's good for 24 pips. And almost hits target 2, but then comes up and stops out. The net result is that this trade that you win is more than what you lose on this trade, and you end up with power of quitting again and a positive result on 2 trades with the Euro US. Looking at a similar chart, only this time with Euro currencies, and this isn't a 5-minute chart, it's a 377 tick chart. You notice the 377 tick chart works well on a lot of futures markets. So, you know, just all things being equal, looking at 830, and it does get short here. You have to wait for the line to turn red, but it gets short and it comes down and it's going to hit target 1. You can see how it works exactly the same. It didn't get long here. The stop moves down, cuts risk, starts trailing, hits target 2 and hits target 3 perfectly right there. I mean, how does it know to keep doing that? You'll notice there are so many perfect targets. Then it comes up and stops out for a one and done winner on the Euro futures market. Here's a look at an end of day chart, a daily chart, the pound Aussie, one of my favorite trading forex pairs. And just looking from the most current going backwards, you can see the short here works exactly the same way, hitting a target 1, target 2, on its way to maybe a target 3. You can see how close it got. And you want to scale out 25% at each one of these 3 targets and then trail the rest. Just to give you an idea of that trade, that's 509 pips to target 1, 765 pips to target 2, 1,021 pips in play here at target 3. So what about the long trade coming up? Same thing, big trade, big trailer, well over 1,000 pips on that one. You can add to your position if you want to take these additional trades. You can see that most of them work. A small little loss right in here, but the one right before it, that one comes down and hits targets, right? Almost gets to target 3. That doesn't look like much, but it's a 272 pips to target 2. This one too, this one comes down and that one hits targets. This one too comes down and hits targets. All of these do. You look at every single one of them, they're all hitting targets all the way down. Even the bigger one right there comes down and gets to target 1 down in here. Okay? Have a long trade here. You know, you're probably adjusting above the swing level and trying to avoid it, but if you get wiggled into it, okay, fair enough. It flips to short anyway, so it's a small loss. And, you know, this one here is huge. This is many thousands of pips. Big targets. Target 3 is 1,146 pips, but the trailer goes down even further. So you can see a lot of money to be made on these charts. You just have to put small risk on with the creative use of micros, minis, full size. As you grow your account, you can manage these trades appropriately with some good trade management software. How about something different like wheat futures? Let's look at wheat futures. So I like a 200 tick chart with wheat futures, and let's just keep it simple. We'll go with 8:30 again, US time. That would be Central Time. Keep all things equal with these quick walkthroughs. So looking for our first setup, the gray trades are filtered out due to the filtering that we use. There's a long trade right there at 8:36. Okay, so first trade of the day, and it goes down a little bit, and it's going to stop and go short. So wheat futures takes a small loss. It cuts about maybe a third off as you flip over to short. And then that one comes down, hits all its targets, and trails even further down to here. And so you have a partial loss and a nice big winner. And in 2 trades, you're finished with power of quitting and another positive result. Remember the goal, to quit positive on most sessions. That's what leads to ongoing success. And you can see we're able to do that with just about every chart we look at, not really changing much, just the symbol and the time frame of the chart. I like the 5-tick momentum bar for soybeans. And let's just take a quick look here, 8:30 again. I'm just trying to be very standardized, makes it teachable and easy to learn. Here's 8:30. You could see the complete trade and it triggers in, hits all its targets, and trails on up for a one and done power of quitting winner. Are you getting the theme of this? If you've been following the counterpunch lately, if you saw the 2 videos on the day after the launch, if you saw the demo during the launch, what about something off the beaten path maybe you hadn't thought of, like cocoa? You know, you have to use a faster chart because there's not a lot of volume, so I chose a 55 tick. Still a fib number. 8:30, let's just look and see what would have happened. Here we are at 8:25. No setups, no trades, still flat. Finally a long trade right there at 8:42. And it triggers in and it zooms up to target 1 and misses target 2 by a tick. And then it comes down. Now the stop should have moved up. Right, I have to probably change the configuration a little bit. I've got some filters in there made for bigger charts. So this one should have actually, you get that close to target 2, you start trailing the signal line. It would have stopped out right in here for a partial profit. It gets short, and then the short comes down and hits target 1, target 2, target 3, and stops out right here. And, some random chart, cocoa. I've never traded cocoa, have you? But you can. There it is. How about unleaded gas futures? I really like the 28 tick. This is when we start typically at 9 a.m. New York time. You might try starting it earlier, but let's just take a peek and see what happens. Okay, no trades. Finally, there's this one. And it actually is at 8:28. So maybe a little too early. But it does come up and hit a target 1 and then stop out for a partial profit. Now here's this next trade at 9:01, and that one does get short, and it comes down and hits a target 1. Money management kicking in, trailer kicking in, target 2, and look at target 3. You start to get spoiled when you continually see how accurate these targets can be. Before it turns and goes the other way, it stops out for partial on the trailer. But different chart, different symbol, different time frame, adjusting to market conditions, putting on the perfect trade, and of course power of quitting again on a completely different market, different look, different feel, different everything, but the same theme. Learn it once, trade it on so many different things. Don't forget to register for the live demo happening this Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you there. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is TJ with NetPicks and the Counterpunch Trader. See you next time.